7:14. I hear we got some rain coming.
Yeah, we could use a little rain. Get the dust down again.
Water.
Yeah, Linda watered the flowers yesterday. Actually, she had them out there, but it's a little rain. It'll be okay.
Run for about an hour.
That's good. That's good.
So it's Bob.
Good. Weather's nice. I mean, we got some stuff closed this week, and some of it was finally closed. It's been a challenge on some of these deals to get things across the finish line, I should say. And for whatever reason, whether it's financing, and the financing wasn't the buyer. This year has been unusual in that we've had a number, way more listings than normal. And so that our business model has changed a little bit in how we have been going forward. To get buyers when they come in from other agents and to make sure that they've got the right kind of loan because some properties won't pass if it's an RD loan or if it's a VA loan, and they've got specific
things.
RD?
Is that rural
development? Right, and they've got specific things that you have to have or can't have on the property. So we'll tell them if they come in and on the contract, this is what type of loan people are trying to get, and we'll tell them when we see they come in, this is not going to pass an RD loan. RD will not approve this property because of the acreage, because of the house, because of some unique feature of it, outbuildings. There's a number of things that go in there. This building isn't going to pass an RD loan. You may want to go back and investigate regular financing. Oh, no, the guy said it's going to be just fine, and it's always the guy is always one of these either internet banks or out of state or whatever the case may be. And sure enough,
you believe in local banks, don't you?
I do believe in local banks. Yes, I do. And we run into that for that reason. And people, oh no, this guy says, this guy's full of it. It's not going to go. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, well, we're going to have to get a different kind of loan because this isn't going to go through. And so now you're backed up. The people that were selling who thought they were going to be able to close on this date, now you're back to square one. You started all over again.
Yeah.
And all of these, every real estate deal is a domino. There's a domino that fell before they got to your property, and your property is going to be a domino so that you can move on to whatever it is you want to do. Or if you're a buyer, somebody buying your home in Chicago, that domino falls. That allows you to come here to buy someplace, which is going to cause the domino for the next person to fall. So it doesn't matter if it's a cash deal or finance or whatever. They're all interrelated in some form, in the great grand scheme of things. They are all tied up.
What you're trying to explain is the fact that the folks that are climbing up the icy hill and lose their grip, and start climbing back up.
And you get to a point where it can be so frustrating for people, and a big part of your time becomes that. Is getting these things done. And so you think that you've got time put away to go out and see Mr. Smith's house on Tuesday. Well, in fact, now you're trying to hold this other deal, which is already going. These people's lives are in motion now, and trying to hold that together. So it's not like it's 2 phone calls and you're done. You got to talk. You talk to 5 different people, and then trying to get them to call you back so you can call the next one. Getting the paperwork together. Okay, we'll do this type of form, and the bank wants that type of form. And the closing company, I know what Jay wants over at Alley, so I make sure that he gets what he wants. David Drake out in Yellville and North Arkansas Abstract has done a phenomenal job for us. We've had a number of properties that have sold in Marion County over the past couple of weeks, and we've been out there with David and his staff out there, and the girls, and they do a great job. Good, right-thinking folks, and
good.
I want to thank them for the work that they've done. And I want to thank Reese Tubbs, who's one of our agents, and he lives out in Calico and Marshall and out in that area that picks up so much of our program here. And Reese has done such a good job of helping us with deals and holding deals together and going on and doing some of the hand-holding, as I call it, to let people know this is going to work out, but we're going to have to do this to make that happen, whatever those may be. And Reese has just really stepped up and filled a void that we may have had out in that area, and he's done a really, really good job for the Z team, and I thank Reese Tubbs.
It's amazing how much real estate people have to go through to sell a house.
Oh,
like if you wanted to sell your computer sitting there on the desk, and you said, "Oh, I'll take $900 for it," and I hand you $900. I mean, the deal's done.
Yeah,
but it seems like it's how many blades of grass,
everything.
How wide's the
you got because when you get the inspectors come out, the home inspectors come out, and then for, like I say, for VARD, you got different inspectors that come out and do a different appraisal from the bank appraisal. So there's a lot of moving things that go on. So, and it's not like we took a call from a gentleman who wanted us to go out and list his house, and I told him, I says, it's going to be a little bit, and well, I guess my concept of a little bit, his concept of a little bit may not have been the same. We're busy. It's not like we're just sitting in the office eating bonbons with our feet up on the desk. We're going all day. That phone's ringing at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, trying to put out little fires. And, if you've seen California over the past couple months, those little fires can turn into big things if they don't get them right away. We like to be able to get them right away. So it may take us a little longer to get out to see your property than you may think you need it done this week. It's probably not going to make a difference if we wait another week and we get it done right. I would rather do it right instead of coming out doing it half-assed and not doing a good job, because that's who we are. Mm-hmm. We're out there to do a good job. Agents are going to call. You're going to get cold calls if you expire or you get withdrawn or whatever the case may be. A lot of times those are the floor agents, and that's their job for the day, is to call whoever expired, track them down, and find out if they can get the listing. That's their job. God bless. Go with them. It's not quite a Z-team listing. And the most important thing is that presentation that's going to get your house out there. When we look at our listings, and we've got one that we just put under we're going to put under contract today, they're done countering, and it was on the market for a number of years, and we went in, we gave them the truth. This is what the house is going to. This is where you should be listed. This is about where you're going to close at, give or take a little. Mm-hmm. This is what we can do. Get out good pictures. Linda went in. You go in, you change furniture in some places, and just make them more conventional for people. The way you live and the way your property is presented may not be the same.
Right.
So you may not think anything of that picture being on that wall, but when you walk in the door, you go, "Wow, that really doesn't belong there. That belongs someplace else." And that's what Linda is a stager. That's one of the things that she's so good at, and that really makes a difference in the pictures, in that presentation, and the verbiage, and the type of things that go into marketing your property is so important to you as a seller, because time is money. And if you don't mind and you just want to be kind of listed, have at it.
But doesn't that waste a lot of time?
I sell houses. Well, I mean, that's my job. I use the tag of, my job is to make you homeless, and that's what it is, and that's what we want to do. There's no benefit for me to take a listing that is out of whack and just hold it. There's no inventory. Jewel doesn't give me extra credit and say, "Oh, Bob, you've got all these listings that aren't selling that we're paying that you're paying to put advertising on it, everything else." So, it's a business. And you got to bear with us a little bit. We will help you out. This week in real estate, we hit these real quick here. There were 49 new listings came on, 12 parcels of land, 3 commercial properties. 34 homes came on the market, and they came on in a range of $60,000 to $490,000. Average price coming on the market was $200,000 this week, with 36 sales, which is up. 5 parcels of land, a commercial property, but 30 homes sold, which is a nice number. Those 30 homes sold in a range of $11,000 to $272,000. The average sale price was $115,000. The average listed price of these homes when they came on was $121,000. 161 days on market, but it was $3.4 million in residential.
2.7.
Yeah, in residential real estate. 3.4 was a nice number. 15 properties expired. 30 had price changes. There's still 67 pending on Paragon, but actually there's more than that are getting ready to go. There's 1,006 homes on the MLS, so we're back over 1,000. We were down for a week or two. for 2014, there were 558 residential sales year to date. 558 residential sales for $65.4 million. For 2015, there's 594. So we're 40 more homes have sold, and it's for $72.5 million. So we're at like 7 million more this year over last year.
That's good.
And it's not August isn't over yet. So that's a great thing. And it's just
keeps the economy moving.
It keeps the economy moving. It keeps, you can see the different stores. There you go. Because everybody's going to come in. They're going to personalize. I tell people you're buying 85% of the house. If you like where it's at, you like the neighborhood, you like the bones of the house, the floor plan. When you walk in, it's an open floor plan. It's a closed floor plan. It's split bedrooms, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, whatever it is. If you like this house, but you go, oh, my God, the kitchen, the color in there, what were they thinking? That was for them. Uh-huh. Now you're going to make it for you. And that's the most important part of it, is being able to look at the home and say, well, I bet if we move that shrub and put some roses over there, we could probably, this house would look really sparkle, and it would be yours.
It's all how you decorate your box.
It is. It really is. But give my honey a call. Like I say, we just, it's busy. It's a busy time. Things have, we're coming into the adult time of year where people will be starting to move around because the kids are back in school, so they can come. The resorts aren't as crowded. The restaurants aren't as crowded.
This is where you get your early 60s, almost retired. They're thinking about retiring in 2 or 3 years.
Yep. Yeah, they don't have the kids. The kids aren't in school. Yeah. They've got the ability to move around now a little bit, and those are the folks that come down.
And something we haven't talked about in a long time. Thanksgiving and Christmas is not that far off now.
Oh no,
we're under 4 months for Christmas right now. But we went through it, with my grandparents.
Yeah.
When they had 8 acres in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and here comes. There's Quincy with some donuts. Come on in, girl. Hey, Quincy. Hey.
She pays for her advertisement. I like that.
Good. But we went through the same thing, and that conversation is going to be taking place around the dinner table at Thanksgiving.
That's right. Yeah. Mom and Dad, what's the best for you? Get you out of the big house. And we've got some of those that we're working on right now, where we're moving people from some acreage out in, that's out some, and work them into a little house in town, condo, whatever it may be. And that's what you need to do. You need to look at your time and the effort you put into things and say, how can this be better spent? And instead of having a 2-story house where I'm up and down the stairs to go to the bedroom every night, I'm up, boy, that hip's really starting to hink up on me a little bit. And we're going to have to go see you. That's right. And to be able to do that, and to get into a nice ranch style and get something a little smaller where you can maybe push mow the backyard just because you want to still cut grass.
Yeah,
we can help you with that.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the website, retiredarkansas.net.
The website has been just a huge thing for us, obviously, and it's been good for the area. There's information on local events, everything from the Music on the Square at Yellville to the Red, White, and Blue, and the car club our car club is on there. The Twin Lakes Retired Police is on there. The schools and the newspaper and all such types of things. And all the listings for Century 21 are on there. And all of our listings are on there. And you can take a look. There's featured properties. There's every listing from Century, like I say, from Century 21 is on there. And that's the most listings of anybody in the whole market is from Century 21. Retiredarkansas.net is the page, and there's a bunch, just about every page you go onto that says, contact us. You can drop us a little email and say, hey, I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that. And people will be looking. They'll be starting to look for next spring. You never know who's going to come on and take a look. There's stuff in there for Labor Day. There's a tab for that for Labor Day weekend, things that are going on. So
it'll long be Veterans Day.
Yes, it will be. Yeah. Yes, it will. We'll get through Labor Day first. It's really late this year.
Yeah, it is. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, Century 21 LeMac Real Estate for all your real estate needs, 405-0793. It's bringing us up to the news break. We got Phil Kerpen going to be calling in here. Phil Kerpen is president of American Commitment. We shall be right back.